Hello, this is Airplane Oxygen Not Included. Clearing out an area here. I would like to get a materials study terminal together to start with. Last episode I finished off with making an exosuit forge. Let's have a look at how much reed fiber I have. I've got, I can create a few of these. This is nice because I actually want to be able to go explore down here, and that will be much easier with Atmos suits. Might even be able to get some reed fiber over here. Got this set up to be able to transfer some over. Let's see, reed fiber to that. It's going to be higher priority. So as dupes, put that in, or any other material. Actually, gold amalgam's another one I want to get. Some of that here, and I'm going to do the same thing. So now we see that making its way over. Okay, perfect. So now we're making more use of this particular asteroid. We're able to get our gold amalgam, our reed fiber that we've got over here. And I'll go and see what I can do in terms of setting up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 2 or 3 of these very radioactive plants. And I'll get pips to plant them together. Maybe 3 in one spot. And I'll use that as a radiation source to feed the materials study terminal. Just went over to check on this asteroid, and it looks like we have meteor damage that has gone through, so at high priority. How about we patch this up? I don't have strong tiling yet, but anything will be better than having an open area like this. So now that I've got this area cleared out, we've got our material study terminal. I want some natural tiles up here to be able to plant those wheezy warts. And then once that's in place, we'll bring up the pip, put everything together, and we should be able to start with the material study terminal research pretty soon. See a bonbon tree here, and I just realized that if I want this system to work, it's probably better to disable harvesting like this, and we'll just leave these things growing so that we can get some nectar growing inside. And with that, I think we should be able to bring down 1 or 2 of these guys. Or we have them here. One up here. Relocate this guy here. Not only that, I guess we technically want this to be stable. I also need to have a grooming station in. I guess that can be located right there. We'll put one in right there as well. So I was able to create some natural tiles by destroying some doors, but it occurred to me that bringing pips up to this zone is extremely cold. In fact, it's kind of already too cold for them, at least in partial zone. Not really storing pips in a great place, actually, but it would definitely be a terrible place up here. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a vacuum. Maybe I'll use ethanol or something to make sure this doesn't escape, and then we'll get pips to plant something in there where they're not going to freeze, hopefully in this vacuum area. Down my bonbon tree area, we've got some trees that are not, I guess they're drowning. I was not expecting this to be an issue. Maybe I just need to pump this stuff out. Hopefully that is going to fix it. Store it here in our liquid reservoir for the time being. Oh, it's picking up. Did that pick up carbon dioxide? No, it did. Well, anyways, we'll see if that's enough. Otherwise, I might have to make some mesh tiling and pump it from underneath. Oh, another plant has died. Okay. Not great. Decided to roll back instead of losing all the trees. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to save this one or not. We'll find out, but I'm just going to get everyone to mop up. Maybe I should even concentrate on where the problem is. Like this. Rather than waiting for those trees to grow back again. And then we'll actually, you know what we'll do? Temporarily just pop a few of these tiles. And then I'll bring them back with mesh tiling. There we go. Oh, we lost this one anyway. Oh, well. Hopefully, just maintain the other ones at least. Now just digging out underneath this area, make sure that these trees don't become flooded again. Go the full way across. We'll just make some snow like that. Should do for now. And then we'll mop up that ethanol in the future once we actually have a need for it, which actually probably won't be that long. The other thing I've done is expand the amount of light so that we increase the branch productivity. Back up here, we're starting the process of creating our vacuum again. A little bit of liquid carbon dioxide, which I'm worried about affecting the pips. Oh, if we want trap pips in here, we better do this as well. Actually, why don't I just do that? Just need to get rid of this, and then I think we'll be okay for putting pips in here. Speaking of pips, decided to create a new zone here, which isn't as cold, in fact. Okay. Yeah, I clearly should have done this much earlier. I think we are down to just one pip now. Yikes. Okay, I've got to be very careful about this setup then. Let's see how this goes. Whisper brings in our pip. They're in a vacuum. Right away, they put in the first of the 3 Wheezy warts. I'm hoping they're going to be fine. I definitely did not take care of my pips. So if I get any more here from the Frosty printing pod, I'll aim to do a much better job. Otherwise, I'm hoping that at least 3 of these Wheezy warts will go in, so our radioactive environment will be able to increase so that we can get our material study terminal going. While I wait for this pip to start planting, I am now down here putting in some atmosuit docks so that we can eventually get down and explore what's in this world. Normally I would have a liquid airlock. Probably want to make that out of ethanol. Don't have enough ethanol, though I am starting to produce my own for the first time. But I think we can just live with just a mechanized door like this for the time being. Make sure that gets powered up so it's efficient. So now it's all about waiting. Currently waiting for these to load. Actually, I probably should have kind of done more of this design, but let's split here in the middle. And load it from the top. But while this is going on, I am at the top of the base. We'll go there in just a second to peek out in space for the first time. And get a door so that we can get up on this world and probably start by building a telescope so we can look out at space, see what there is. Starting to be concerned with excess carbon dioxide in this asteroid. Even though there's only 2 tubes, it does accumulate over time. So for the time being, we'll just store it away there. Just to make sure that we don't get way too much of this stuff. Trying to get a telescope installed here. If I remember correctly, I think we can see through mesh tiles. Otherwise, I think that would have turned orange. So that's looking good. Ideally, we would have a research station or a laboratory, so this should be completed with this. Oh, a light source. We need a light that'll never actually turn on. I think it's enough just to have that, but not actually connected to power. This, however, does need to be connected to power. We've got lots of radioactive or radiation going on at this point, so we're going to get our red bolt generator going. That'll be plugged in. Let's make sure we've got automation so it turns off so we're not wasting power. And I just need to put in a door. Okay, I didn't quite get the laboratory. Let's see, missing light source. So that does need to be plugged in. I wonder if I can just... I can't remember what I used to do. Did I used to put automation just to turn it... always keep it off? Because I don't want it running in space, obviously. I think that's what I need to do. Just automation wire there. Down here, I believe this is... Actually, this is the first time I've not enclosed the red bolt generator inside the laboratory. Actually, verify it is a laboratory. It is. I've never thought about putting a door and just shooting red bolts through. Kind of funny, but there it is. One of my puzzle cube ceiling lights for that particular room. And checking down here. Just want to get some of this polluted ice out of the way before we go down any further. What is... Ooh, it's... Oh, it's going to be very hot. Okay, so yeah, no, let's make sure that this ice... Okay, I was worried that was... Okay, no, it's still vacuum. Yeah, I want to make sure this maintains a vacuum as we go down. Otherwise, a lot of interesting things I probably don't want to have happen might happen. So let's make sure we clean this up and get that sitting in here before we fully go down. It would probably be smart, actually, to even have like a little ledge so if stuff falls, it doesn't kind of cause a big problem. Let's do that. That just sounds like a smart idea that we're going to do. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Maybe just out of abundance of caution, go over one more. And then make our way down and see what there is to see here. It looks pretty scary, actually. Now on top of the asteroid, we have our laboratory. Light is not on. Beaker is looking out in space. So that is all going well. So I think we can concern I can concern my attention with this very new area. I've never been under the split. Well, here we go. Just changed out the kitchen. Now that I've got some natural tallow, we're going to start making pemmican. And we'll store all our tallow right there. Let's make that, actually, tubes are idle from time to time. It should be fine. Just need to make sure I pick up. I also realized I should have gone in to this little zone. I have now, but lost at least one wild spigot seal there. Kind of forgot that they get confined and don't lay eggs. But if it's in an area too small, but let's open up some of these zones like this. So just above our laboratory, just trying to expand the amount of radiation using a radiation lamp. Might as well store some. What is it? It's a metal ore. Uranium ore. We don't need too much, maybe just 1,000 kilograms, right like that. Down below, digging through this little area, I have a feeling that obsidian is going to be very useful. Oh, there's a geovent. Actually not sure what else there is other than magma, but I will find out. Now that I've reached this point, we're going to go down and see if we can get inside here. And once I get to this vantage point, we'll see if there's any point to doing this whatsoever. Starting to explore over this hot area, but I did see a little bit of carbon dioxide. There's lead, bissolite, more lead. Oh, that's an oil biome. Oh, by the way, I did find, I don't know if I've uncovered it fully yet, but there is a leaky oil fissure I was excited about, but apparently there's oil underneath this. I just have to figure out, probably making some, make sure it's obsidian, some tiles like this. If I can somehow, maybe around there or something. Yeah, we'll figure something out, hopefully, and maybe be able to get into the oil business, which would be cool. Alright, a little bit confused about how to get through here. But I think I found a better way anyways. I was originally thinking like this, but there's this vent. And if I can somehow clear off this zone, and I think I can do that. Just by putting in some, like, tiling like this and kind of pushing this stuff out to the side. We should be able to get through here. And then if I can get through here, we can just get right into the oil biome, it looks like, by going in through that, maybe just taking out one of those tiles or two along the way. Up in space, I guess there is everything there is to see, at least from this vantage point of this asteroid. Can take this out for now. Alright, so we are stepping into this zone. Maybe make that obsidian right here just to be cautious. And what do I have to do? I have to get that dug out, that created, and I should be able to get in, I believe. Just mark that in for now. Confident enough, thinking that this is going to be the way into oil biome, that I'm going to start building tiling system here to get across, just to make it a little bit more efficient. And I guess that means we'll need a ladder to go from here to here, as well as a fire pole, and down like that. Well, we are almost there. I just have one concern. I don't want this carbon dioxide making its way up to this channel, causing some issues. So I think we're going to have a liquid airlock. Trying to think of the best liquid. Even water might be fine as long as I can get non-exposure to obviously this stuff here. But let's have a look. Make sure I don't have that water touch any of this red bisylite, and I think we should be fine. While I'm waiting for exploration to happen down at the bottom of the base, putting glass forge in and continuing to use the material study terminal to research various things. Go to glass forge with storage of input sand and auto sweeper lighting. So we'll start the process making that. This should be dumping that right down here. Also dug out this area. Gonna make sure this guy can breathe a little bit. Plus, I'm thinking about picking up the brine, sending that down to our area to act as our liquid airlock. A little bit of glass production going on. At the same time, brine is making its way down, muscles picking up the first load. Let's just make sure that this goes well, not horribly. The temperature is 60, that should be fine, right? Alright, we'll let that fill up so that I'm confident that we'll maintain a vacuum, or at least the carbon dioxide that's going to be on this side and vacuum on the left side. And then I may call it for a day. And we've got our liquid airlock. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today, but just before I do, how about we just start off the process of digging down, and we'll fully explore this another time. Alright, well thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you next time where I continue expanding on this little split frozen asteroid.